Your abusia nanso so ayeda foforo, and there I want to have a beautiful conversation with you. I would be like conversation ayebenya no and no. It should be a key for obia in this 2025. Dia me pesa me kachira woni say asema ende wo beti no. Wo beti me the 1 week as share episode way back to back. Ebe end all your problems, all your pains, all your troubles, if you should listen to this with your consciousness. Now, why cry na a setting up prison setup no? Se obi ye bonea. Yen fa ne to prison. Ye de ne to prison a yen show mo atade baako. Different crimes, different jail sentences, but omu nyina hye one uniform and omu nyina go jail yard no emu enso omu nyina hye uniform omu se obi a crime no ye ntrombo ne ho na obi anso so sentence days aya sentence no ye ntrombo ne ho but omu nyina hye atade kro na omu nyina wo one place no. Why is it so? One more set up no, one more adwene no. They have people who take care of them in the prison. They have people who lock them. They have time. They have time. They eat the same food and they do the same thing. They drink the same water, but they are in the same place with different crimes and different jail sentences. But they are wearing the same uniform. Who gave them that setup? Is this same? Ewo ya brabomu, ewo this 3D world ni mu. Ana eye bibi different. And then I want to discuss psychic key, part 1 with you people. I want everybody to listen. Na meko stages binu mumu. Me ba be share composition versus spirits. Na ma ba be share aliens of the new age. Na fe minimu aba elemental sin. Adia mene will discuss it and then if I should close my eyes 1 minute on any foreign platform, na me sit at this position, na me the message way, me de bema way, at the ma omwa, I will charge a lot of money. And I'm the bema. I am giving this message to us out of love. In fact, a lot of love, because that is what you people throw at me. Intino, I throw it back to you with full of life, full of light, and full of energy. I mean, pure energy. And then me no baba discuss stages. Me no be femuno. Ningi na me di ama ono ne bi enne wutie mi wia. Ube hu sese ye wo ba. Tie ni yo se ye wo ba na woni ni tifie se ye wukunu na woni na etifie ye wunua na woni ni tifie wo maame wo papa na wo ka bibi no nte ase a ebi enne no ye de episode we be kwa awie no wo beti ni amebi ase because uko jaila wo betimi aye TikTok ebi a wo wi akokọ ana wo wi abanchi na ye jaili we bi a 6 months na ye de wakoto ho wo same uniform obi nso a waye fia eye ketekete bi oye short ono nso akum nipa na omode na betu that jail sentence no ono nso ewo ho ebi aye jailing for life woni sa nipa yi na hye jail ho no mo sha atade kro enye wo body ene wo structure ene wo behavior ene wo beauty ene determine wo crime and determine wo sentence a wo serve wo ho no one say mu nyina mu ye nipa na mo wo ho but obi a hye the same uniform but obi a ne crime ene obi a ne jail sentence. Inti say ye oba na one ne wo ho se nkrofo na mebubo odin na one ne wo ho na wo to aduane mani di na wo na wo so wo na wo ye kese wo abusua ni mu hwe wo nuanom nyina wo abusua ni mu a wo betimi agina wa aka se because wo na wo hwe obi a wo abusua ni mu nti no nia wa fon no wo ho no no ku nipa no wo chen no ana wo timu eden chen no eden nti na ese wo dwen se wo betumi aka asema ma obi atie ede na eye wo se nipa nyina ye nipa nti esese ye nyina ye pe na ye nyina ya dwen ko bankrum. Today's episode is a lot of downloads. And we are going to get into this. And before you finish listening to this episode, now you will drop a lot of pain, a lot of trouble, a lot of struggle, a lot of stress. Ube dropping after listening to this episode. Is the world a prison? This is a question I'm asking. Is the earth a jail? Ibisao. A lot of people have asked this question many times. And a lot of our holy books, religious manuscripts, and books like the Bible and Quran have given us close evidence to point to the fact that the world that we live in is somehow not where we are supposed to be. All these books no believe that they tell us that aha enye ye fie na asase so de eya kwantuom. We hear this, but the omo kan esa na sese omo kan. Na sese na sese omo kan, edien na omo wo enso edemayen about this. And edien na omo ka chese ye betumi aye. I'm doing this editorial to purposely answer certain questions. Why do good people suffer? Bisa na me kra boni be na maye ena niama we koso o mabrabom edie na maye ena sa niama we yito me edie na maye edie be nkura nti na wo kra wo ba asase so na ye reduce kra ba ha ebe ye den. To answer the question of where you are supposed to be going when you die. And no episode in ye na mi wukura he na meko. People ask this a lot, and a lot of people have a lot of answers for this. People answer these questions from the holy books, all kinds of scripts and tablets and scrolls. Omo answers are omodema. I've told you that today's episode is going to be pure downloads. Oti ase obi a oye new or platform no so no to me. I explain more amuye old, more new ones, no montias here. When we say Jesus here, what we mean. When we say downloads here, what we mean. When we say downloads here, we are not talking about who download BB or internet. No, so we are talking about things that you walk on your silver cord, that you project out of your body. It takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of darkness. It takes a lot of shadow. It takes a lot of ahwadibi for you to pull through the tunnel to get to the bottom of the tunnel to find that light. This is where I get these messages from. And also to help us understand the paradox of how religion seemed to give us a hint that this world is somehow a bad place. They keep saying this all the time, that this world is this world is that. But instead of showing us the solution, they rather divert our attention to a dogma. Until you have to worship all sorts of things, you have to do all sorts of things, pay tithe, pay offering, pray, do this and do that. Is that what will help us? It's just a question. Like I said, today's episode is called Psychic Key. I'm telling you, if you should hold on to these keys, 2029 will be a different year for you, because now you will understand your personality. And then you will understand the people surrounding you. And then you will develop a strategy out of this episode so you are able to live peacefully and focus on your journey. It's Spiritual Hour, and I welcome you once again. I believed you, I believed you, I believed you. I believed you. I believed you wherever you are, and I send you love. I send you love. I send you the greatest love out of my heart. In fact, out of my spirit. Wherever you are, I send you love. No matter the condition, the situation, I send you love. I send you love. I send you love. I send you joy. I send you joy. I send you joy. I send you joy. I send you wealth. I send you strength. I believed you. I do not bless you. I believed you, I believed you, I believed you, I believed you, I believed you. Wherever you are, I believed you, but I do not bless you. I wish you a nature day, and I welcome you to another episode of A Spiritual Hour. My name is always the pride of our ancestors. They speak through me, they hear through me, they smell through me, and they drop every particle of information through me to us. I welcome you with lots of love. And then we are discussing Psychic Key, part 1, because I will go deep, and we keep going deeper. Me promise us that 2025 is going to be dark. It's going to be deep. It's going to be a lot of shadows where everybody will find his or her true self. So the person is able to deal with this mechanism and make life easy. Now, Makacho say about 4 stages. Until let's look at composition versus spirit. I want all of us to listen to this episode very well. Today, I want to talk about the composition of humanity. I'm sure you have one way or the other come in contact with such an incident where you were good to someone. You showed your best attitude. You did a lot of life-saving initiative. Gave the person your heart, your will, your mind, and did a lot of good things to the person. This is in relationship. Uhu guy do no nye adwuma, uhu girl no nye adwuma bia wo de ni kosunya adwuma, ukoye pa kosoa construction, uto container, ubie saloon no, owie yose wonya ne class. Yes, the ladies otoche bayire eton bidie eton banana no boa wo ema wo ko school uwie ye ene wanya adwuma ye. Now lady ne ntebrofo enti onye wo class. We see these things every day. Ubefa wunia ni fie kurase kwa abrochire nsam no ye bebre me ware wo na wuni hwe me befa bema we na ni tiri ho te se yi e mani be descending so low beyond their standard just to make sure the man or no so be fitting in or be fitting in wie ye no akosi sende bia meka me si wunni mo nipa bia da age ne nsa aso nachi se obi ni bia wunnim ni suban age se owo bi ansa na obehu ni pese ni suban ni suban ni enkrofo go through a whole lot esevi madam for ne na me ne wotena ase ana me ni ususu adwuma ho na me kobo obosia na me de baaye me de me dan si wo ehye wo nsa se si ma me to cars na me de ba se faye adwuma nenya bidi na me sumi nya bindi me employ wo na wonni hwe ye won krofo ni bi wo ho a omo ye lifeless being e ye obi no wo life na do ho be kwa akobọ no na wabrabo atumi aye mere san krofo no do wo ho bo wo ho na wo ye omo ye wi a ade na ase na ye omo de ma wo Oni na ya adwuma 10 years no onye nipa bone enda wo gyaye wo nsem bebre ka e wo no ho me befa wo fie kurase na me de betena me fie enda de na wo ka fa me ho. All these things are things that are esi e wo yabrabo mu wo ba krom ha na woni mobia na me boa wo na wo ye hopeless sebe na me ma wo hope ma wani da so enne no sen na e kominua ne wo na me de madwuma ene misika share wonsa ne krakra ne sen e befa wo ba se behwe madwuma so no wo wi ame ana wo ma madwuma ne ko so wo be bisa wo sa adenti na ya se niama we etimi esi e wo ye so only to realize that that person has also been repaying you with bad deeds after bad deeds. It begs the question that many ask: why do good people suffer in this world? Because the awuye nyinara edi me nipa nyinara still a nipa e ka wo ho asem bone ntu be bisa wo se nti adan ne nipa bone ehie nipa papa na die na ma nipa papa esofa na momie bisa ye ho se ye ka ni se nso a wo nso ye dan na wo de owi ase a wo ba ye nipa bone nko a na wo hia ye won krofo bi wo ha so mo ka wo ho asem na wo te a wo betumi afe nyame amboa wa ubetumi atofom na etumi hyewa ma wanhwe ni ye fe dia obeya ne so obegweshi so owuo mpo strike nipa no immediately because obedwen unnim yenti a esese such a person waba foma ma no aye bibia ma no so ono so besebi no ono ebeba be ye usen ubebisa ho se die nti na nipa papa ebere korasa e wo wiase. Why is it that someone can come into your life and you try to help the person and all they want to do is to harm you, break your heart and make you suffer? They want to finish you. Eya wo bisa ho ebi tumi bisa ho se nti me pa boni be na mai ada na obi a meye ne papa bi ode boni tu ameka. If that's what you think, this is your episode. Eto de bi a aya ehyemia se niama bebre minimende minim se wonim se niama we na wuti se niama we ase wanhwa wonchi ni pampo na ade no kra oni wo pese wonchi ni mpo na pese ode ne bone che na wo pese wo de ne bone che no ono nsem obekeka wa abontinti na ye wo se wo pese wo chi no na wo ye ni bibi na nso nka wo jai nipa ne se onkwa na nka ye because sometimes no want to maintain ni pass wo bua me so onse bi no no ku wo mia wo kon. Why do good things happen to bad people? Bisa wo minim se nkrofo bisa omo these questions all the time. Why do good things happen to bad people? Ye nananu mpo wakasa bi mpo se ni papa ncheri asase so. Ade nti na ni papa ncheri asase so. Na ni paboni ni de o chewa asase so. And so this brings me to talk about the composition of humanity. Sa niama we eye niama ha ye yie pa. Utie niama we nyina na wi a afi wan hwa ha ho biu. Truthfully ansha unha ho biu. Recently an issue happened. Na me peg me word some Aldo bag bi am listen say me ho de kogim na misika me di me ta discussion because me to me shia nkrofo bebre na omo ye na you have to na we mpo de na me de kofa me niam bi nkosi obi we airport na kofa me niam sika kese we ayira wom na we ayira wom na me say okay oni ni Panama odonti unfo mo nto o microscope asisa wo check upon them when you love someone. So I said, okay, if I don't look for this money, they will think that me ni hwe wo me ho. Nti me to direction kit we bi share me egu me envelopes na me de share bag mu. Ni panify o te bag no ho saa na me copy ni so say nyam na me lucy na kote bag no ho saa na me hwe nipa na oye de oye ye na me bisa me ho say e din nipa beye wo wiase ama ni nyonko nipa. Na won te saa niama we ase a and now bedi wuyema suama because you can't believe say obema we ya oboa ni betumi aye wu say you can't even believe so oba wo boa no onipa we pa ba bia na otepa ni ade ameyema no a onu yem untumi nti ase da. But when you have this knowledge, this is when you sit back and then you are like, oh, okay, so this is why this happened, this is why this happened, this is why this happened. About the side you are calm. Until baby sound say a didn't na ya say niama we see. You see, like I said, the world is a prison because our body, our skin, our hair, black color na ye wono and white color na ye wono, the body that we have is just the uniform of the prison. It can be so a prison setup no. Why muna omodema omo? A lot of people bring this etheric issues omo de baha no bibia ni wa ewo hawo bibia wo hu wa ha bia ye bibia we etheric na ebinum anya ability na omo manifest so bia te asem we ase nti ye tirinwi ne ye honam ne ye niama ye di te say example na me start show na me ye ma e wo jail wall ni mu no ana prison hono no. This is how our body is like. Ye wo tirinwi obi awani obi awo nose obi awo sin obi awo we we look like we are all human beings. Are we all human beings? Ana mankind ana na me bisa ho asem say uhu ye yina na yesese ye yina ye nipa ye yina etimi ne ye ho kasa ye yina ye nipa ye yina adekoro nti ne ye wa ha. Can you say ukunu na one ne ti da mu ho no woni ne nyina mo ye nipa mo ya adekoro? Can you say wo ba na wa wo no wo nyina mo ya adekoro mo ye nipa ade na ne kasa afi onti ade na wo ba ene wo ko ntokwa twese kan nyina wo. Why do you think this is happening? Obi a wona to aduane mani di eto atade mani se ade no behave sir. Are we all the same? I'm not saying this to denigrate any race or any culture. Since I can say white and I say black, men for what drink crank. I'm saying this to give you a mind idea of how our being in the universe is. So we all be beneath, so we all brony. Our real personality is inside us as a spirit. This mechanism no is just like the jail uniform. Everybody is wearing one. But obiya ni jail term and obiya so ni crime. I didn't about prison ho. Sane ye body no akwa our real personality no eti yemu eno na ye sunsum no. The spirit in us connects with this uniform through the soul. People get confused about the spirit and the soul. And then also before this episode will go, you will understand the difference between the soul and the spirit. Now, when you talk about Trinity, this is Trinity, body, spirit, and soul. It's not about a particular belief. We experience what is called Trinity. Trinity is part of us, our body, the spirit, and the soul. Ejuma ben na we mu nyina ye. Why na connected with one? E hifa na nkrofo we nyina ni hye. Omo te faako, but omo nyina ni hye faako. Ana obi ani hye bibi. Eno na nne no, me pese me ni omienu no ehwe. In this earth realm no, this is the entity that controls here. Reason I say we are powerful. Because a spirit that is sitting somewhere, no, only Trinity, only body. And even some of them don't have souls. When you're confused, we will get there. So the spirit is very far away from the body. I know people will not. The spirit, I said, is very far away from the body. The intermediate organ or system that connects the spirit to the body is the soul. I think I have to pick this very place and make it but you will get this. So our true nature is our spirit, not the soul, not the body. Do you get me? I said our true nature is not the body, it's not the soul, but the spirit. As I go, I will break it down and I will explain. Because mostly we get confused about these three entities or these three organs. Until as I go, I will explain. The soul only records information from the body's encounter and shares this information with the spirit without the body knowing. The soul is connected with the body direct. But the spirit does not connect with the body. But it is the soul and the intermediary for the body and the spirit. Get this for me, Paucho. I have told you this is pure download. Someone was telling me in America the other day that when you make episode and we see other you or internet and so on, when we listen, your messages are always different. And I told them I go through a whole lot to get my messages. And my boss also goes through a whole lot to get these messages together for me so I can read it for you to watch. Because the soul is closer to our true nature. And what is our true nature? Body, spirit, and soul. Connection to who is superior. And if there's anything else we working on, name di sanyama mi and say so adia working, and I'll be working also. But the soul only interprets what the body has and stores it for the spirit. Therefore, our true nature is hidden in us. It is inside of us. This is why I keep screaming. Don't look for anything from anywhere. Your true nature, your divine nature is hidden inside of you. And why is it hiding inside of you? And we've been thrown into a prison with it. Enti aha no na ye wo no eno ne medical ebubu mu no e de akere wo no te say enu se wunim kra now no you know the difference between body, spirit and soul. Na mama a little bit of omo adwuma a omo ye na mama wate ase so ye body ye sin ye ni bibia ye wo no say ye prison atade ye nyina ye hyebi mama wate ase obia ne crime ene obia ne so jail sentence enti no. Don't think you can control everybody. Now, why I'm saying this, no, I will explain. This topic has become very essential because of certain things I've realized in, again, our new age awakening. Because when you hear awakening, when you hear consciousness, not everywhere, yes, Yes, it has gotten to mankind, and the time has come for mankind to find him or herself, because there are other beings who are also interested in taking over this 3D world, and they are eager to put man in sleep at any cost. And the way ayewo spirits and our entities and our beings they are eager to put us to sleep. No? The same way the yewo messianic people who are also coming back to help us to wake up. But what mankind is confused about is the branding and the words, because they are the same words, they are the same light, they are the same energy, but the impact and the works is what mankind is not able to differentiate. So what am I trying to tell you? There are true divine messengers, and there are messengers for the beings who want to enslave mankind and put mankind to sleep forever. Why is this so? Because these beings, they can create anything inferior from the divine, but they can never create souls, and they can never create spirit. This is the difference. They can create human beings. They can create the mechanism, because they can sleep with somebody in the dream. The person might get pregnant and build the body for them. They can also create a soul that would intermediate, but they can never create spirit. I want everybody to understand this. This is what mankind is not getting. The reason human beings, with all the atoms and all the nitrogens and all everything you can think of, nipa who say osa, no who say spirit be and better. You have this trinity in you, and a spirit that has only one thing. Ewo so esan body kan ho a onu oni bi. Na onsan so nya akwanya emba hambe experience hano wokoto no or enslave you forever. This is why I'm saying the supreme being doesn't care, has nothing to do with anything called worship. We and a problem no when a samna ye can every day ni de ni atete ni amani hunu and ni atata no, we are not going to keep quiet. Because we ni audi hu ade. Now the beings that are ready to come and take over the little souls now, the little spirits now, omwenya soul no mwetumi di body aka ho no, person mu take you over, no person mu di to a particular place for the rest of their life. So when you will stop preaching worship and everything to anybody and start talking to people to find their true nature or their true selves. When there a problem no, eniyama bebre na ekoso, the normal eye cannot see. And I desperate for necessary things. Brandings ahodoɔ. Nneɛma ye chesi. Esuni fasoma aha uti. You see, anytime in any age, when humanity attempt to wake up from this slumber that we call life, there is an opposition entities and familiar spirits that also come back to make sure that we sleep in and slumber the more. And when you look at the consciousness, there is a particular man who has been on my platform for about 2-3 times. And when he started preaching, I'm like, oh, wow. Osi bibiye ni wa ewo din say consciousness, say yoga, say Christianity, say Jesus, osi bibiye ni ho sa eya de kro. I was like, oh, wow. 2 years, 3 years later, the same person, the messages. So I'm like, so what has changed? I'm somebody, I'm need to formation ni papa. This person or starting, no to omoka historians are ube freno. So omoka Bible like keys are ube freno. Now what is happening? Say won kofa akom, any nananom, any necromancy, any way begum, so people will listen to you. So I sit back and I watch and I'm like, wow. So, where is the growth? Is this person growing backwards or growing forward? And now, is it because you have to say what people want to hear? So people will follow you. What is it about? Is it about business? Is it about fame? What is it about? But if you are so enya wodia. But the me pesa me chira ni say anytime mankind ne mmere beso na ewiase ne betwa ne ho na ebeba na ede oje eba no na these beings so aguru me the very people will put their trust in them, so they put them into more sleeping and slumber ubeda enti no efe no mo benye nipa nso mo be brandi niama ye be puti nipa e de ko sleep. The reason you see all the group things and niama bebrebe ekoso. I don't want to divert. Let me finish this and then I'll come back to the spirit that opposes us. Because I make say time be any pay benyane na entities and beings be so ba omo make sure somebody beto ndani mu more. Ube bisa say omo ye de ben entities. Now why are they opposing us? Omo mpese ye benyane. Na me mpese me divert na episode so ewa no nti no me de habesi ya ne bia eno minjaye. Then we talk about it. Many spirits from many dimensions occupy many bodies in this world as prisoners. Medicine why about souls, makatro about soulless beings. My yes, you can go and watch this that episode after this episode, because the universe is vast and energies may come from different origins. Eya we say ye nyina ye nipa nti say ye nyina ya adwen ko ba bankrom enfa, because baby obi free ba no nim ho unim ade e create no say sunsun bi mpo na ni obi koda ye no wawo obi a say nipa no ye different orientations are born in similar prison uniforms. Inti nipa na ye nam won be from different orientations, ebi no mo ye different energies are omo free baby, which are not the same. But only pani origin and they determine adia etinimu. Into the uniform, yes, we all have. I have told you, we all have our crimes that brought us into this jail place. Now we all have our jail sentence. So we are not the same. Baby, a beautiful bano, omu pre nipa ye ne bone a onim say ye bone. Anka nyese be shoke wade a wo ye ma nipa yi nyina ode bone etu baby o free ban, that is what they do. Or who anything wrong with it. Baby mo so wo no ma they find it difficult to hurt a fly. Or no so baby o free ban de o no nti obi eniwa spiritually there is nothing like bone, there is nothing like papa. All the bone and the papa we see exist on this 3D world. So enipa hodwa fifa jail dress ni bi. And serve jail sentence in this 3D world. Like I said, bonene papa is not in the etheric. There is nothing like papa ne bonne, hell and heaven. They all exist in this 3D world. Any energy that is arrested into this body and kept in this world may look like a normal human being because of the mechanism, and may behave like a normal human being because of the jail dress. But the actions of that spirit being manifested through the body may be different, because ye esro ye crime ewo prison ha, ye so esro ye jail term ewo prison ha, but ye ye prison uniform and ye the same thing. Na ye ntrotro obi aso crime embo na pampem ni ye ntrotro obi a jail term say wo jail term no kwa 1 day newu kwa 20 days newu. This should tell you that enye boni ne kunipa. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about the human body composition being different from the real energy spirit inside your body. Nti ye nyina ye wose. Na ye nyina ye wo hwene. Ye nyina na ye bu atopa. Ye nyina na ye spread your legs. All the blowjobs and all the things we all do it, but we are not the same person. So be careful who you are carrying your thing into the mouth. Ha! Say yetisani ama we asia. Humpo. I always tell people, you better know somebody spiritually than to know the person physically. Because when you know the person spiritually, it means you know the Nipani divine spirit, unim the true self of the person you are going to deal with. Unim ni jail terms, na unim ni crime. When I thought said man no, when I utia the school fees, no nya baby crank that when I man the baby die, then ni so da no say wusu. Did you check the person you are doing all these things for? If there are people who reward people, who have sympathy, who have love, there are souls who don't know what is called love. They don't know what is called tears. Inti esu a wu sushe wu kunu enimu nyina ohu. Esu a wu sushe wu yire enimu nyina, he doesn't care. Do you know who you are dealing with? Anka won complain bio. Inti ye nyina ya wo jail term. Ewa as universe ni mu. Ye nyina yes one uniform. But I've told you different crimes and different jail sentences. And so, if you go to a prison, you realize that there are a lot of people who come there. But even though they all wear the same uniform, what brought them there is different. Someone will go and steal cassava and then they will give him 6 months. Or no so be prison or be the same dress. The man the same number or be go through the same process. He will be in the same jail as someone who has also killed a baby, and a rapist, a murderer, a thief, an armed robber, a terrorist. They will all be in that same jail with the same dress, the same compound. But you see, different crimes and different jail terms. This is what the universe is, and this is what humans are in this universe. We are all here. The same uniform, but different jail sentence. And different crimes. And you could different things. Uti we ya se ade na wusu. Se ukunu ja wo ho, uba eja wo ho, no ne won kasa. You are just a portal. Make life easy for yourself. Me ma wari we, me ma unye say because na me wo. Hey! Ebi ana wuso, u ya kasaba 6 months. Uba na waba no. Wa ha no so ye nipa te se wa na wunua no we bia no no okum nipa ni hu ye won kwala ni bi wo hokro mo ba crime no mo de ba no omo ba no mo start exercise ni ma me no o de na ba no kro be kum no ansa na wa be wi ase. Do we understand these things? Do we? You are going to be in the same jail wearing the same uniform as these people. Nkrofo we boni omo aye nyina de we wi abanchi ye nyina sa na wi ase ne yete. Now, when you identify people by their uniform, you will not know who they are or what they have done to be sentenced to this particular jail. So we call prisoner, but maybe so be at the end of the day we buy catch us small crime bill at the coporting or yeah no can't know. To winning in our jail ho mu say mu nyina mu ye prisoners. But will be in a crime, be in a sentence. And so, you do not judge people by the experiences of their body. They say, omo eni biye ye no. Omo she, niyama na omo nanti a minim so omo nan baako na wasen baako osedi omtumi hu. Some of these people harassed some of us because ye ni die ja omo. Omo harassing yen sa wasore ho. Me de mabre o. Ha, erade. Nti ye nyina ye nipa de ye uniform ne ye che aye nyina ye nyepe. Neither do you expect them to behave in a certain way by the experiences you have with their body. Nti uni ukunu no na yete usimo ni obi ankasa mo mfa call at 6 wan ba fie ntama wahala minia ebi a wo na wo ye bibia wo fie ho but ebi a wo je sentence ya wo tu ukowi abanchi. Ebi abema no no okun nipa anso oba na wan hwehwem na ne wo ho oye wicked obetumi akun ti de wo ye bi emfa no ho wo be ha wo hu na free na eko ana wo betwa so no wakon wa hwe wo ho no wa strategize na one na wo ho weti nyansa. People are made up of spirits, not bodies. Simple. At the moment your spirit leaves your body, you are dead. People are made up of different spirits from different dimensions and worlds. Ya unimani we asi we. Having kura also woko ye bisawa you can't tell. Let's just imagine that out of the elements that you've been taught in school, you've been taught about a lot of elements. Ya chere mo elements ya chere mo school na me school no kura chere se mintumi. You've been taught about elements in the air, elements in metal, elements in the ocean, elements in salt, elements in the grounds, elements everywhere in wood, elements in greenery, photosynthesis from many different dimensions. You've been taught a lot of elements. They all have seeds and they all bear fruit, just like we also have seeds in us and we bear fruit. Into all these are elements. Almost so just like we do. These elements represent different spirits and entities. And so, put in your mind that every human body composition has a different spirit from a different place, but just in the same body as yours. Same prison uniform. This is very simple. If you understand this thing, you will never cry over any human being. Your jail sentence niya. When I won't obey wejaw. Adena wusu. Because you don't understand this. Say nipa ne crime ni na one ne hye ho no wa. To me nye papa. When that spirit finds itself engulfed in a body, the actual identity of that spirit cannot be told by the outside skin of the body. Untimi hwe nipa ho. Enchire ni subanya eti ni mu. Untimi hwe nipa ho nchire sunsunko eti ni mu. Some people may be near to you and you want to be good to them, but where they come from in their spirit, they are supposed to hurt you. So why do you attract people who hurt you always? Find out. That's their true nature. Ye won krofo bi wo a omo ye nipa bonefo me ka kire lady bi. O se ni kuru ye say okoka kire ne maame no mo o se na me ka kire ne say obema ne ye narcissist ya. Kai hu se ne maame so ye narcissist, ne papa ye narcissist. Asem na ba beto mo betumi aso a wuntumi forget. The biggest mistake people make is that who feel say waware be man na waware oba no onye na oya ade akoka kire ne maame koka kire ne papa. What can they do? Blood is thicker than water, they say. You went to steal a banana and you have been given a jail room with someone who went to kill a baby. You are taller than that person. The person is shorter than you. And so you feel like the person is an angel. You did good to the person and you did everything without knowing where the person came from. And unye problem ni niye. Wona uta aduane ma unuanum na wofie ho ni nyina adi. Enti eye wo say wo so na wo wa enti nipa na wo ne wo ho no bro no so. Do you know his crime? Do you know his jail sentence? If you know this, you will be careful how to deal with people. Recently, Osofo Obi ojina edom nanim wa asore ho na eye ne say onu de oyo obi ama kasa ojina ho na obi ta oti ni free ho nim sofo bi so years ago na me ne very fine me kan say bi kire no wante ojina puppet so na pa owu puppet ni so within 5 minutes. You think you have a microphone, you stand and you talk. Say crowd what na it say we American ni o kan brofo kra o slang it say ye wo American. Me can see ye nimu. Ai na wo drive trolley e wo London nkrofo shop ya odi kogu omuka mu na ko repi obi na adwane ba Ghana. Say o kan brofo a wo sisisi so te say ye wo abrochire. Odwane mokumukole. Na o kasa. Wait for it. There are people who are vulnerable. Because of where you stand, you can take their money. You don't know them. You don't know their crime. And you don't know their jail term. You don't know what they can do to you. So sin is sweet, but wait for it. It is our partner. Ekum nipa. Ena ni jail term no waha no serve ya. Na se wo so wi abanche. Ena one na serve ya hwan na ni tiri mu oden. Ti se sa wo kunu ni sika na wo sika na wo yi mana. Enchire hwe. It was so. Jidis obedwin ha no ho akọ deep. Ya won krofo bi omo ni ebinum nam na omo susa na omo ya. Na ye omo se omo na omo di omo so na omo kasa rough. Ya na ye de nsem bebrebe ba ye ho so. Anka de unim ho hwimpa anka ko anu tum. Enya se wo so chen made servant nti na wo ye ne de awupa bia. Obeku ba to atwene. Unim ne crime. Ye na ehye one uniform. Ebi ye weak, ebi ye we. You cannot tell the crime. And you panic on it, a committee. Be careful, beware, be warned. You can only deal with people and escape all their crimes. No, mon fan bawoso. We bet to me after we say, what this knowledge, and then out to me, she ni pedi. Na fe wahu nia obeye. Na nsem ho episode bi. Waba show no so. Revelation show you bisa questions. Na me bisa questions. Wo say me go beyond me. Na me say question ya me bisa we. E wa at once wa fe nsuo wa soma ne ba nko hwengu for me hwe ni di. Na me bisa me ho say na wo be kire den. E wa na me lock in the eye. Afi opopo ni voice na popo che. We don't brag with these things so. No need. If you know, you know. Show when you see. So when the Bible tells you, it says knowledge is power. Knowledge is power indeed. You will only know this and understand and use this equipment. Yeah, me dey mouse analogy and they determine if when who the entia will behave like this. If when who the entia will behave like that. When who the entia will behave like that. So if you have to run, then you run because the crime not committed, you know, that is now hoarding. Obetumi use also at any point in time. You all wear the same prison dress. You all identify yourself with the same hobbies. And you all do the same thing. You are from the same tribe. Even some ya Igbefo na mo ho, some ya Nkranfo na mo ho, some ya Asantefo na mo ho. Mo nyina mo ya dekoro wo prison ho, mo sha dekoro. But obia ni jail sentence ye different and obia crime so ye different. Sa le wiase na ye tim no akwaye. And I made me more educated than my rival. Na die na wa me hu ebi ni so ba we hu awakwa akofa no a me ne wo kasa wuntie ai o body ni ye tall o ye fine bibia wo bi but obi a waye nyanwe se wa hu se de waye o ma me ensa ene wo ankasa yina wo kunu agya wo ho edi nachi wo hu ofesen no but do you know who that person is? This is what we should learn. This is what we should pursue. We should know who we are dealing with. So we know how to approach them. You cannot deal with the person's mechanism. It's the spirit dwelling in the person. It's the person's origin, his crime, and his jail sentence. And no necessarily and son of who said you dealing with the person. Na mene na brepa, bra mene na bre, woni na bre so ma miensa waja hoko. E die be na e confront you. Do you know your jail sentence? Do you know your crime? Do you know who your husband is? And so you believe that you are the same composition. Know that energies that are identified to be the same do not find trouble mingling with each other. This is a serious statement. So munyina mu kowiya cassava. Munyina mu jail sentence yepe. And munyina mu free the same spirit. This is where the Bible says the Spirit of God is not the author of confusion. This is what the Bible talks about. And the Spirit of God if is roba. So munyina mu free one spirit mu. Na munyina mu crime. And mo sentence ni yepa. And no, there will be no trouble. So what the akroma? Any akukone ne ma egu adan ba kum na utuma there will be troubles. So what the akroma? Any opete egu dan ba kum na the ball egu ho no mo a akroma no bewu because onye scavenger. We don't find out any of this. And a zodiac sign, and a zodiac sign, and I fa ha ne kwa ha ne ba ha. Ne kura ne say the ono ankasa read zodiac sign bisa no saware ye easier nka ba ko tete akire saware ye easier ko bisa no ade no ye ne mpana dodo e wo ho nye easy o. This is what you need to understand as a jailer in this jail realm. But when you are from a different place, one person's action will be very harmful or disturbing to the other. When it costs a lot of divorce, a lot of rebellious children, we don't find out, we don't know. No one say me wo dey make be esa wo ye. What I'm trying to say is that do not expect people to behave as you want them to be for the mere purpose of the way their skin color or their body is or how you treat them. Asori na sadie we wo. Ya bompa ya mounti chinchinachi. Esa wo repenti. Spiritually, mpaye ni ho. All these things now, you're gallivanting around, shouting and screaming in our formula, no, and you're 3D world, you know. And go who? Souls, they don't know price. Spirit don't know price. They don't know offering, they don't know tithe, they don't know advice. Just find where they are and know who they are and what they do and what they do not do. And you are good to go. It's not about who talk car man and now we are saying I didn't know what to be a man so that's where Jamaican. You don't know where she came from. You don't know her crime. You don't know her spirit. Then you will give to know. And the best is not shishi. Because they may not know the root of their spirit, where they are from, why they've been sentenced to earth, why they are here in jail, and they don't know what they are doing here. Just like those of you who are in abroad, most of you have realized that anybody can go to jail. Na jail no matter your crime, you can maneuver. But abrochire when tia wo tax kora wo beko. Beat traffic. Na camera ninya wo kre. No mo fa letter nemro. Na me nkotua sa sika no. Na hwese wo nko jail. Even when you don't pay your taxes, you can end up in jail, full of hardened criminals. You have a lot of reasons that can take people to jail in Abrochi. You may find someone who doesn't look like a criminal. He may tell you, oh, I just came here for a minor offense, and hide these true colors from you. We have people like that. Gana nkwana ubeko jela. Adi se wu ni obi a. Osofo obi a mi obi awia mi misika. Na okọ osofo no ho a. Osofo a wusuro nyame. Asori kakraka. Wanya celebrities akogum na wu taking nkrofo for granted nti. Obi awia mi misika oso wu bompa egu memeso. Na meja isika no osofo a wo encourage kron no. Sa wo bompa na oji wani so. Sa de noise hunu na moto ho na moye no 2025 de ba is a ban you domize ya amro kwa me so what do wasemba ha so if there is anything for you to check before doing partnership marrying business with anybody, this is what you have to check the person's real identity, his crime and his jail sentence. O check we ya afa obehu de ntia ukunu bewu eja obehu de ntia wo yiri bewu eja. Do we check these things? But when they start hurting you, you may be heartbroken. You don't know who the person is. Ade ameye ma wi nyinara. Ade na we am say. Eye nisu. Eye ne ban. Mo ba wi asem wan say obi no matter how bad or ye weje obi aware ya when you obi fufuru anware da obi movie on there are always other people to hurt. Enti no oba wi we nam no wa ye ni poso okọ oba kan asem de ochena ko obi nya another people have formula. People are serving their jail sentence with their crimes. If you don't check all these things, it's your fault. Ube tunefo oba kan asem a kire no asem bia nyansasem wobeka ade a kyen na okọ message insan nom oyere wanom nsan nom nsa wo se gya insan nom ade na menyema na unja insan no woko na nom nsa wanom nsan waye te say yi wo panic show so unja bibia obeye well educated person what can bibia onte. Do you know his spirit? Do you know her spirit? Do you know her crime? Do you know her jail sentence? And I feel so worrying until you can change shishi. If you didn't find out, don't worry changing anything, just adjust. If not, run. You don't know where they are from. We are in this prison with different spirits. We are all not the same. I wish pastors will tell their people this when they are getting married and leave that small book they are always reading. Reading in the name of counseling 6 months. They won't check any of this. No, not so for no we're failing in marriage. And unja. They don't check any of these things. Oh, Nanny parent or not the last small book no read ya man 6 months. Now my wedding ye your mode. I want any girlfrosophobia uno. Crofoni jaya sophoni jom or yiri jom ma. Or sophon and fan. Not what Oka mono babeku. Pentokwa fabra, we will do it in a grand style. Hypocrite. Mamu jaya wario, submit yo, kunu, otoga tema fani chuchinu, ne kwa ne say, how far with yours? You see? Eti ya unyonku nwa eti ediem. Na submit na eti ya yonku nwa eti ediem, wakoto de ne bodwe meboa. Mu de mu jaya e okay. Eku eme maame ne saman na me jade so me chase mu baabi amowo. Kanye Christianity anka maame no jaa ware anka wawu. Ye buru na ashi ni jaka. Ne saman na me release egu muso. Obi bisa se enti ye den na me de me committee we me yes e bia one day me yes episode no so. Why you met your meter? Me enti a wushi ade a wushi aye no. There are simple things you can check. Oh. You are not limited. We are made of different compositions of mechanics. They are being motivated from different origins. Nipa ne na you asano. Your doors. And so you're the same. You may try to be Mami Grace, but I'm fat. You can even call yourself Mami Grace, still I'm fat. We are different people, different baby yingina ye free by. You're different people, different different people, different spirit, different baby ye free by, different jail sentence, different crimes. So what you say, you make your own life easy and simple. So one thing we say, the biane obi ye die ya wo ya. Enya ha ne ye be pre ye die o. Aha de ye manifest de de ba ha o. There will be a YouTube channel when we say enye easy, enye cheap. You see no tena se na wa hwehwe bibi ba ko nkro no be bo advert no anya nkro fofoforo na didi omo ho. So on say opening YouTube channel, on say enye cheap. So on say na form. Nti do obo awo e ma wo be gina ba bia wo gina appreciate that person. There are people until they touch your life, they even if it is one day experience with them, and we don't appreciate any of this. You will fall flat. Me say o ma meduani di one day. Nti na me mpese obi anya me papa me mpese won chama de mpo. Enye se michio. But eya me din. Say wo ye me ade sei. Me ko be mean to me po. I am indebted. That's how I feel. Obi wo kwa chese on tete wo bu nani eguso ni obeye wo ni obese o. They are different people from different origins. You don't know them. They've been sentenced to earth. A higher way. Earth is a jail term for different souls and different spirits. Understand this. There are people who have souls but don't have spirits. And there are people who have body, soul, and spirit. We are not the same. So if you are from one planet, and on your planet, your people have not seen certain wickedness before, and someone is also from another planet, maybe in the aquatic world, and have been sent again into the jail of this earth to manifest in a uniform called the body. So what would you make? So we will be a free planet. Me person me planet needing to say, but it doesn't mean I won't do it. Na so be for aquatic place hono wo baby a wonu hu wickedness bi ada but obi for aquatic area hono no so waba jail sentence na wo akotam na bole wo so say wo be ware no mumienu me that na fie. And all of you are black people, all of you are in the same family, and you started doing good to the person and the person ends up doing you bad and you don't understand. I want you to understand that not all of us are the same. Obetumi aye wunua no na me chire mu chire wo no obetumi aye wukunu obetumi aye wuse obetumi aye wuse obetumi aye wuse obetumi aye wuse obia ye different nti na nipa mienu gyae aware a obia kana asema na asem ye de nti hwana na asem ye de de wu ni so no waye obone ono ohu ni se ye bone obi ko ba bi ofiri ba no e ho no sa bone na wo kana nya bone ye papa omo so omo papa no no e funny o. Oja se si aware wo se onyo anka okume obro me oyemi se oja aware na ne ya no enye obi fufuro de kwa wo se ye ho osere ba another man's meat is another man's poison. Monkey no fine my mama like am jail term hana ye won. This is what is going on. There are people who are here to crush people's heart. Watch out for the people you want to mingle with. Some of them are killers. Some of them are spiritual robbers. What did they buy with business? A big collapse, a big crashing. Who do you employ? You find out all these things. And to us, where? And then you discuss it. What's your spiritual one? You discuss a psychic key. I perfectly understand that social orientation and community background can get people to learn certain greed and ungrateful behaviors. But understand that nothing just happens. Say new mu a new. Me say wunye nipa bone a enye bone obi be yo na be ma waye nipa bone sa na te a anka wunye obi papa na mfa bone ntia wo kada. Nipa bone wo ho na nipa papa e wo ho. E wo say yesuyesu ni am be because of the nipa de ye nti. But onipa bia manifested the wonimu ewa here ye way. Your body is not you. Nobody's body is sa nipa no. Your spirit is you. Onipa na ogina ho na wuhu no. Enye onu no ye nipa no. Ba honhom na ati ni mu no. Eno na ye nipa no. Ti honhom ban na ati mu. We all these quotes na our Bible mo. Or say if we say the ati mi mu no eso chen dia ewo wiase. What was the meaning of that? The spirit is bigger than the soul, is bigger than the body. It's the spirit that determines who you are, not the body. Bible according fine wo ho. Nso ka we chiro Kristo ni a. Obeka say Yesu na abetena nimu. Now let's look at aliens of the new age. A lot of new age propaganda is going about from extraterrestrial visitations, from the channeling of alien bodies to all sorts of new age theories that are very good and helpful, but some are very, very, very dangerous. Now, the new age theories, as I said, anytime humanity attempts to wake up, there are other group of entities or energies that want to get us back into this prison using dogma and dark orders of the world. So you see how important are human beings here. When the nipa person better say human beings are powerful than spirits. If not than the energies and all the spirits you people are calling. The earth was created and is being manned by, for want of a better word, bad energies. Bad energies are the rulers of this dimension, this 3D world. Earth, or this prison. You should understand, say, earth, as I said, a prison or jail wall, a prison yard for us. Now, I think I've done a lot of episodes about the Archons, about the reptilians, about the Dracos. I've done about the Anunnakis. I've done a lot of episodes you can go and watch after this. Any system that has been put in place to bring order into this place called Earth is being manned by a spirit that is not interested in our ascension. Nti sankro spirits here omunye interested in our ascension no. Imagine say obi ni obi koda woda isuna wawo say nipa na nipa no obeye spirit, half spirit and half human being, not say a spiritual person no ye adwuma wo hwa obeye adwuma for our ascension ana obeye adwuma amaya kaha yada aslamba the more. It's a question you can answer. Baby ami ko sesi ani nyina ye downloads nti me pepels no me pamocho mo dissecting ye na munyi keys ni wom according to my strength na muntumi mfendi kodi mu am life. Baby ami ko sesi ano pamocho wa pesa ankrankre bia enjiji ni ye 1 dissect it with your energies and get the keys right for me for your own good. And these rulers are manifesting themselves in the form of aliens to a lot of new age philosophers. People are now channeling them left, right, centers, and now they said they have language and they are speaking. Not even telepathically. You should be aware of this. At the same time, we also have messianic spirits trying to break us out of the prison. We make sure some be develop more abilities ama me pamocho. Medikai etietia obi anan so. So you are able to differentiate these two. And yes, I de ayewu. Eye yen said de ayetie bia yetie because e kan ya ye pese yetia. Ye de ye hu beto prison ni etwam wo prison yard ni mu akokonde. So BAT ade we a lot of occult orders are getting visitations from these entities using certain psychic abilities that those of us in the prison have been made to lose those abilities. So we may be say they use those abilities to communicate with tests and interact with these aliens. Are we weak? Do we have any powers? If yes, how do we lose all those powers? So you may ask, how did we lose our abilities to communicate or know our spirits? Aye ni ya hoden ni ye nim ye honhom eba ne sen na ye honhom anya soul na be hye mfimfini ntumi mpo ye body ni ntumi mpo ene ye honhom ni communicate eba ne sen edin ne baaye. Now you know when you go to jail, when they arrest someone and they are even taking the person to a counter back, the first thing they do is they remove all your accoutrement. Say ye chi obi a when obi a ya che ne da ubehu ye remove obi bia naked. Sometimes ye bema watade ni mpo no washa omo dane no inside out ne de ama washa. What is the mystery behind this? Can somebody come and educate us? If you want prisoners, ubetro letter where there's omo hwe prison no ubetro letters. They remove even your clothes. Ye do be naked. Ubechempo abehye nachi. Ye beju bibia wo phone bibia ya ju bibia firi wonsam. Is that the case of human beings? So wo ba be wura this jail term wo ba aha asasi we so a ede na ye firi wonsam. Everything that you have on you will be taken away. They will take everything, including your rings, mobile phones, anything that is on you. They take it away. And so you go into a jail naked and they give you a uniform. Is that our case? When you were born, what were you wearing? Say, oh, be some question. Am I answering it? The same way we came to the earth naked with the body as uniform. All this noise I am making, this is it. Oh. Understand this. You don't come with nothing or anything when you are born. You strip you of every accoutrement. Naked. One day I will talk about every activity in Shisheye prison. From cell to prison. Counter back no I will take a spiritual journey. May take you now me no wa my mouth significance ni influence ni bibia de enti asan Shisheye ne Shisheye ne baby efiri. One day I will do that episode. And that episode no enya de a me pese me ye na me to aso. Nti one day me fa ehɔ no na mama mo symbols no ni meaning na how everything they perform there is symbolic no. One day no me no obey ni na an episode like I said one time me person me deviate nti ye nto aso because it's a jail. Nti wo ba asa dia omo ko jail na naked ye ma omo uniform ma omo hye no na omo hye no the same way. And also wa ha honam na hye wo na no wo be wura na wa free jail ni. That's disconnect. It's a jail that is being manned by the dark orders and rulers of darkness. Be a koso wa habia ya copy you. Bibia a manifesto wa hayi bia ya di obi a copy from the original source. Do we read meanings into what we see? And now we don't care. They are bad not because of the bad sense in this world, but they are bad because they want to keep the jail. So our energies way more. They want to keep the jail existing. They don't want it to end. The rulers and others in charge of this world don't want people to ascend and leave the prison. You understand me? They don't want the prison empty. Because yes, sir, create spirit, but they cannot create because create. Sometimes, you know. Yeah, sometimes mean to me so affecting the pana because the rulers of darkness no mudi nipa to prison they are very wicked. Inti meaning say affecting omo prisoners no so a. Me nkoda prison that. But we can, if we've been to prison and you feel you want to come and educate us, the platform is open. Then kofuno mo ye eduma wo no omo hwe mo so no omo bo konkon na ese mo koda omo to mo punu treatment ben no mo de ma omo me pese me hu say the wickedness of these entities no ascend omo so take those kind of job na your omo job no physically no omo so no omo wan na me ka kire obi say wo de obi to prison now your prison warder na wo hwe na wo so the prison because that's where you go every day. The only difference is you go home and come back. Yours is even more painful. Ibisa. Because also share uniform, my fit just like prisoners in the uniform. Life is very funny. Nobody is free. If we want freedom, let's get into this kind of knowledge. So when you are coming to this jail, you lose your psychic powers. Just like Obi Kona imagine phone to me. You lose your sense of remote viewing. You lose your sense of telepathy, kinetic abilities, your ability to travel and fly, and your ability to move within dimensions. You lose a lot of abilities. Now, waba naked? Yes, waba naked. Yes, strippy bibia off you, just like somebody who is going to prison. You cannot call anybody, even if you are sick. Whatever happens to you, you cannot go to your house. You can't go and visit your mother. You can't go and visit your father. But does this end here? You are limited by the jacket they put on you. That is the limitation of human beings. You are limited by the body. Until na ya day bibi aye pribia body na and you focus. So the moment they put a prison cloth on you, you lose a lot of rights. Obi a wakoda prison, obi to me catch the jail master so on that and 6 o'clock. On dear anyway, you lose your rights. On that time I will pay you. On pay time I will pay you. That is what is happening to us in this universe. So what are you saying you can change as a pastor, as a prophet? You can't change nothing. Shishi. It's all about branding. You can change what? You can't change nothing. The only thing you can change is only yourself. How you can learn and go through progress, and then you kill the strength of the body and shift into your spirit and learn how to connect with the spirit yourself. So you are able to watch out what you put yourself into. You can't change election. You can't change nothing. You can't stop the rain from falling. You can't stop the sun. You can't stop nothing. You can't stop people from giving birth. You can't stop people from dying. You can't stop sickness. You can't stop poverty. You can't stop nothing. You are limited. The moment you are in this mechanism, oh, lawu, you cannot move about just like anyone. No. You are supposed to eat the food that they serve in the jail. You sleep when the jail people tell you to sleep. About 6, about 12, this one damp and twice 1 week. So the prison setup, where did they get it from? Do we check the spiritual aspect of this. Sorry, Omusi prison. Do you understand this? You want to build prison in a prison yard. Then what is your responsibility for preaching salvation to people? Freedom. Salvation is simply freedom. Then what is the essence of your worship? By telling people to ascend, you are building prison in prison. You have no spiritual knowledge. That's why you are making that move. Hey, yasame mobo. Hi, yasame mobo too much. They are the people who get the opportunity to lead us. We are finished. They can control them. Zero spiritual knowledge. They can't help you to ascend. In fact, ascension has got nothing to do with these people. If not, you will never build a prison in the prison yard. Ooh, kumi and double. Hey, sometimes I look at people and I'm like, let me just forget and focus on those who are ready. You wake up when they tell you to wake up. Your right as a divine spirit being is taken away. The gate key is in somebody's pocket. Say yes, sorry, anapeyi. Boninko echichi. Not say yes, start to say yes, say bomb boni adie kwa. Nobody will go out. A way of telling us when coronavirus came, they told us not to get out. Even the church was closed. Mosque was closed. Where is your power? These people tell us to sleep. You are there. Yada. So nipa na okita gate key no. Ah odi beba be bieje oni ne yepie da no. So ne ne yere kono ne bufu a. No sin the pressure na onya ofie ombie gate na. Ye be she prison ni mu amade achi. They did this to us when coronavirus came. And we got leaders who were beating the goats who decided to come out. Coronavirus neko. When HIV came, ekoye. When malaria came, ekoye. Maybe some. Hey! You almost said that kwada omo ba de animu kon no bia ko ura ona ye deda ho. Ti say beans. Mo bia enjoy some akọ prison that men call that. I have ability to see anything I want to see. You lose your divinity and become a servant to the gods and the council of Elohims. Don't tell me to worship anything. I will have big problem with you. I am in jail term, but I have opportunity. I have the right to connect back. You cannot put me under these people for recycling. Me yet that. Worship your worship. But me, Grace, no way. This council of Elohims, they will contract you people to frustrate me. But you know very well that my spirit is beyond what you want to do to me. Then you find purpose in service to gods. You feel the need to have a master, a lord, an owner. So your soul is donated. I'm not part of. When they say, and a man sumi na me fufuro bi anka me ho, man sumi na me fufuro bi anka me, why you say the supreme no? And nyame o so mo fra o maboso na date they are plenty. Omo no mo show mo mra say ye doso dia wo be fa yen no wo fa yen a men fa another men sum another one ka ye ho. This is not from the supreme being. Stop joking. That nyame say you keep misleading you omo akoma me motuom. What bon say? How can you tell people to do this? Helping these entities to cage us forever. In fact, your angelic abilities are taken away before you enter earth. Nobody is seen openly using superpowers on this planet except magic and deception. Tell your pastors I said this. Me, and I'm a kind. But someone may ask, Mommy Grace, if this place is the prison and you come here to lose your abilities, why do we come here? No, so in the first. Now you see, I'm answering all your questions in the comment section. Why do we come here in the first place? Say yebaha ni yelusu bibia ni yebaha. Adenti ni yebaha. Now let's look at elemental sin. Why would they bring people here? Edenti ne nipa ebe free ni nyamisu. Na ho odin obeja bibia no wabaha abefa sa prison jacket yi ashe. Now I want to explain this in a very simple way. Good and bad. sin, and righteousness is a dimensional theory for the earth. This 3D world. So I cannot say that somebody went to steal and they brought him here on earth, because stealing and all those things are dimension related to the 3D world. And obi akofo obi yere, obi aware, o car, it's only here. And it's a big problem with these bishops who went to heaven and saw cars and saw houses. How? Now aliens in the common aliens in the the car neighbor. Ebe. Oya zino. Oya zino. Oya zindo. So to explain why spirits end up on earth as prisoners, I will explain with this theory. Pachotie miye, akacho se downloads bebre when the episode nimu. Inti se sebe wa ampeja wo ho kakra nti ase ne bede. Let's just say you are a higher being. What will make you come into this world? Or what will make someone sentence you into a jail on earth for you to lose your abilities? Wa you osra abofo aya a Christopher ne se nyankopon bronsam ne nyankopon kun ye nti no muturo ne ba ha. Nti Jesus so ade no ye muturo ne ba ha. Sa na wusu bi sa ho se sa na case ne tede a ene ye de na ye ne ye de ba na hakora ye ba hakora ade nkora na reduce like that. It decrease like that. Obi comment was last week sa no bi sa ade nkora na decrease like that ne ba ha be there. Yes. That's a great question. Let's see your answers in the comment section. Why, Pacho? Who will answer for this? You who comment section. So now, in every realm, spiritual dimensions, let's say in the 5th dimension of elements, in 7-dimensional elements, there are divine orders. There are rules so that you don't jump another rule. Let's just say that for clarity's sake. Machire mu die enti a die bema waba ha no eno na me tu me bu ami bubu mu. E can catch us downloads, so you have to be in it. Enti no se na mete a enti element, there are elemental sin. 5th dimension, 7th dimension, there are dimensions, there are rules until you don't jump rules to be here. Even there are souls omu jump a timeline no sankrofo no mu date of birth kra omu mami ye well educated onim se me wo Wednesday this date emfa calendar ne da motorway so no there are dimensions be there a particular place. Se car nya accident no nipa need to be free car no jump to line so pe se nipa no matter how a car ne be yam. There are rules and there are regulations. There are some dimensions on to mimpo and sayade wo ho chaos nkoso wo ho baby wo ho chaos koso wo ho because 2 elements na no ye be fa no so da kro na yaye. Those of you who went to school know that oxygen is composed of something and something. Okay, se munim sa mo amako school no. Now, when oxygen doesn't want to be formed by what is supposed to form to bring stability into the universe, that oxygen becomes a troubled oxygen. It becomes a destabilized energy. And in this world, we will say it has sinned. Meaning, say, muda homawa. Brofono na mi husa ni ameye ne ba me didi say, what I say, I will give you some codes in the Bible. Okay? In fact, remember mu codes bi ni ye decode sesi ene ye to me e dey affect it. Spiritual elements need to do what they are placed to do in the universe. Nti ohono kra rule any order eye adwuma wo wu gina ha wo so na wo change idie. Untumi change wa nkasa kra wo condition. Once there is an error, that part of the element must descend to heal and return to replenish. We are very, very simple. So we'll be saying, na ye baha, adentina ye reducing ye baha. Upon na mama no. But like I said, ye beg picky codes, ni bi wa Bible ni ye decode, ni ye di aye. The allegory of Jesus Christ in the Bible pointed to this code many times. Call it the descent of hell. They call it the descent of hell. Wow, you can, Google the descent of hell and get that code. And you one. Now, let's look at 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 18 to 20. For Christ also suffered once for sins, the righteous for the unrighteous, that he might bring us to God, being put to death in the flesh, but made alive in the spirit, in which he went and proclaimed to the spirit in prison. How do you decode this? Well, who be someone said, "Dentin na would decrease na obaha enuniye." Yesu no your hene. Mo wa hada da no ye de Yesu ye asema na ma nipa na hu. What's up? Osio obefa akwate bia to ne ho so. How? You lose everything and you come here and become a slave. This is the code. 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 18 to 20. Now let's look at Zechariah chapter 9 verse 11. Another code. Thou also by the blood of thy testament hast sent forth thy prisoners out of the pit. What's the meaning of this? All these are codes. Confirm the ame kachire wono. Opa kan we na frost of was on the code. You don't love me, you hate me, you are an enemy of progress. In fact, you are an enemy of ascension. Let's look at Ephesians chapter 4 verse 9. All these are codes confirming what I'm telling you. Descended into the lower part of the earth. That was Christ. Enti se wo pese hu se denti na wa ha na obe lusu bibia and I say now. This is all these codes are in the Bible. These verses above sum up the prison theory of the earth dimension for all energies and spirits to descend to the lowest of low. Inti way enya wo nko an waba ena enya wo nko an we ye bibi ti so mo se Yesu si fo be fa akwate bia to no ho so ena owu ye no kote na agya ni fa so a. This is it. To redeem themselves and to rise again. That is why you are here. Are we preaching this? You are building prison in prison, preaching salvation and heaven. You deserve to be caned, though. You deserve to be caned. You are helping these wicked beings. So what do you be? Are you a wicked man? A wicked man of God? Hey, we have all these codes in the Bible. We can decode this crowd for the public to know that, hey, but this is the way. But most sign man for under these gods and in serving them, making us more useless. It doesn't make sense to me. That is why we come to earth in prison. When something goes wrong, you have to come back to relish it and bring it back on track. I hope you understand me. Divine assignment. This is what is called divine assignment. And this is where sometimes the creational people also feel that you have to come back and correct what you have done. This is the code. The unfortunate situation is that there are people who do not want the prison to end because this place they have created cannot be empty and useless. They want to be gods over us. Our own brothers and sisters so gallivanting around as gods because we reduce our as every time. See, they don't want us to turn our way back and put no or more because they can't do what we are doing. Na yenya leaders no mu leaders say yendane mwakra wo mwanim. Those who watch earth, who are interested in being kings and rulers of souls on earth, are the ones who want more people to come to earth, and they don't want them to leave earth. Because omo pese yen somo omo someone to me criticism. Here one crofo bi wo ho a omo pese ye be leave jail no hwe ye one crofo bi wo omo akọ prison more than 10 times okọ ebi kokoye better 2% kokoye better 80% ko eba be ye worse oba ya no wasan be wiade no okobium oba ya no wasan be wiade no okobium. All these are setups copied from the original source. They go about enticing other elements to come into earth. They use the carnality of earth to entice many spirit elements to come to earth as human beings. Once you fall for the emotions and carnality of earth and you are born, you are stripped of all divine abilities. Inti se ubi sasa adenti ni yekra ye decrease ni yeba ni yebeye anu ni ye. And so a lot of souls end up on earth not as punishment in a prison but because of enticement. Akono bone inti fane say a spirit bi baha wabe ewo the book of Enoch omo say abofo ni si fom no omo behu say ma ne ho ofe na omo ne ma ne bededa ye na omo hye ase. Inti fane say sankrofo yi bi na ye will leader only do in spirituality, where will you go? Everything is carnality. Enticement in physical carnality. A lot of the souls get enticed by that. And what do I mean by carnality? So me carnality and me patch saying into someone whose souls no types any adwuma omo ye e wa hanomo omo load ni na di good spirit ni mo. So what are you? Who are you following? Where do you belong? Medical catcher say we share the book of Enoch watches ni ade on be catcher say abofo ni bi behu ma no na omo ni omo ye enu na di duku chechere ba ye because omo se na ma ni timi ya tenten omo entice yen with food, clothes, sex, happiness, sadness, excitement, humor, bitterness, sweetness, pleasure, pain and so on. Eniama we bebre no omo edit entices some of the spirits so omombra no ombe experience into imagine spirit aya enticing so ombra ha no be bitterness no for pleasure on for pain in beto so wo na wo afoto ni mpa ye be na besesa. What can you change? The moment a divine spirit hungers for these and falls into the womb of a female to enter the world through the portal, they are given a uniform and they lose everything. They come naked. Did make a channel say muma ye careful ni niama ye sum no because niama wo kotum a ono oje ono so je tight ansa na wa ma business ayeye oje offering oje sacrifice oje odwan oje niama e wa ha ni bi na de wa be yesewo at the end of the day obekun wato atwene cause a man yi na ba ha be hu we edio ye nhwe bibi code ba ko Genesis chapter 3 verse 7 or say then the eyes of both of them were opened and they knew that they were naked. When asofo ni that's where decode apple omu these people were enticed by something. Now at the moment na sa de entice omo they became naked and entered into the prison jail. This is the code. This is what I'm talking about. It's about the ego and self-awareness of carnality in the prison. At the moment, now you wo. Now be who say me naked me shatade me won no bibi na just niama what can started do we are seeing niama. This is what Genesis is talking about. It's not about any snake and whatever. Being aware of humanity and wanting to experience it. That is the fall. The Garden of Eden, the code, no, and I made the code the amount. When you ask a pastor, say, a DNA or Garden of Eden, and a better war. So other pure entities get enticed by humanity and our carnality so much that they descend so low and are kept here on earth in an endless reincarnation loop for millions of years. And it is this knowledge in our question, a horse who said reincarnation is not for everybody. And so it be a one day you be fa honomona yahwe. That is the Jesus story. How do you people explain this in the church? Because when you come, you can't go. So when material souls in the type so nobody should get confused. I've given you 2 examples as to why spirits come to earth as naked prisoners with 0 divine abilities. Me break it be down actually because episode na etinting into me nkan nyina Obi a ye kan Yesu wa ha ofo so ye persona na bibi mu am wa ha dada no mo explaining kire nipa no ye kan Yesu wa ha what we mean why na ye nyina ye nko we are doing this together. You are watching Spiritual Hour with the Goddess, the Pride herself, and we are talking about the psychic key part 1. When some energies defect to destabilize the smooth running of elements of spirit in the cosmos, they are made to descend just like Jesus did. So they have to come back to a lower realm to stabilize and then move back again. So we are here just to stabilize something and move back again. You descend, you change yourself, and then you go back again. Simple. You drop all abilities, but the spirit is with you. So you come here and then you change and pick up the spirit again and ascend. This is the issue. This is the assignment that is divine. Any other thing, reincarnation, a whole lot. It is not an issue of bad or good or sin or righteousness. It is just the instability of elemental spirits. You can call it instability because good or bad or evil and righteousness are only on earth. I happen ye names are the air can say instability, chaos, and instability. Madika actually no, and no Genesis no. Say no, Yanko Pombo, we are say we are say assassinate sakasakas into your friend can say embra into chaos, instability. I think we've done an episode about that. You can go and watch. It is here that we judge and we are emotional about things like that. And away ye ni pabonini, and away you say because it's nothing like that. Ye creating. Inti na die bi a wo condemn me ndura say enye ne wuye bi wo see ye njaya ware uja ware eboni bishop we ja ware foforo. So you see ya na ya hwehwe ni ma chekere ye kon marriage is nobody cares about marriage. Nobody cares about children. Nobody cares. It is life you experience. Focus on your spirit and move, and that's it. Marriage doesn't matter. Children don't matter. Cars don't matter. Houses don't matter. And nothing that we are on fashion. And so you're quite sorry. You're bomb pie then. Me car, my warrior, me say. And secondly, I've told you that other elementary spirits get enticed to be here to taste carnality. So wherever the spirit is coming from in the universe, they all end up experiencing physicality on earth. Inti ye nyina ya beda ni nipa. But ebi enye nipa. Ebi spirit ne ya akodo. Ebi wo divine assignment. Ebi so ye saying, all you need to know is yourself and focus on yourself. This is the only prison where you get to experience physicality. A happy. Inti elements are ye free muba ye different. Se wo ba hafa Jamaica no ye crimes ni ye jail term ye different. But ye nyina ye share the same uniform. That is the mechanism. Se wo ye obruni, se wo ye obibini. Inti se wo nim ni inti a wo ba I think say na wahu. E de na wo be ye. Just same as people go to prison and get better. Some go and get worse. The same prison. Higher it is society. A lot of us have become worse. They are static waha. We don't care. You better car, you better way. We don't care what we connect. Say your spirit where you move, saying where you move. We don't care. When your jail term is due, you will go. Nothing will stop it. What is your crime? What are you doing to correct it? Hey, this is the purpose of the soul. To let the spirit know the carnality without getting direct contact with the body. Your spirit is always divine. Know this. Just that you lose touch with it on earth and forget. But the soul is there to help. The body gets to experience something that the spirit doesn't even feel it. So the things you are doing, you can see that you are not connected to your spirit. You only connect through your soul. You feel it in your soul. Your soul experience stores the data, the knowledge of it, but your spirit doesn't know. Some people are not in touch with their spirit at all. Because to me, putting me and Sunday together. So our quest is for you to know that your spirit is a real you. You have to be in touch with your spirit to realize that the spirit is wearing a body. We won't the entire makasa day and night near bibia. It's just this word, what I just said. Try and connect these three. And you will can and you will see can connect you. It's a process. Obi ya na so betu ni hu asi wo no wa kire bibia mpa mo pese mukuno. Mutran trots I don't know. Say you care so for black so hatred nin tro. Why? Why do you people lie like that? Some of you. Some people can lie and is that your crime? Hey! Enya is you. So our quest is for you to know that your spirit is a real you. You have to be in touch with your spirit to realize that the spirit is wearing a body. That has been my job here, and this is divine. Me bread papa because of Asam Kakra Mikain. That has been my job here. To let you wake your spirit up. So you would wake your spirit up so you are able to connect the three. If you don't connect with your spirit and your soul, you are miserable. Baby Sam say, how do we connect? What does be Sam? How do you connect? Dear, now I have to say me amenka. Whatever happened to me as I speak to you from today, whether good or bad, just understand that every noise I made, everything I'm trying to communicate to you is just to connect with your spirit so you can break free from this prison jail. Because you are not here with chicken change. Ebi awu ya akoko, ebi awe, but ebi ekum nipa na omi omudi, ebi kura enye nipa, ebi kura ba ha ni brinti ni greedy nti, ena omo fa no omo ba fa honam, na ba ye nyina ehye honam kro. Obiya ne crime, obiya ne jail term. So what I'm screaming, what I'm telling you, and what will help you, and what you need, is just to connect with your soul and spirit. The only thing that can bring all the powers that were taken from you, the only thing that will strip this body of its power and make sure say you are ascending back is what I'm telling you. Please work on yourself. Now you say salvation is individual. Marriage ye awoye bibia ye pre ne hebia ye. But enu emfa wo nko baabia. Enu nti na wunya ni nyina na wo meda. The bia you want something. Work on yourself, connect your real self to this mechanism so it's able to stream the powers. So it helps you to get back all the abilities you lost so you can ascend to your originality. Thank you so much for your time. I send you love. I send you love. I send you love. I send you love. And I send you joy. I send you strength. I send you light, true light. And I send you energies. Shalom. Peace.